Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr in another mission, this time a medium-sized hunt on a platform map, and the mission briefing is as follows. Mopping up operations following a long cleansing campaign has spread the authorities dangerously thin in a strategic habitat belt. Pockets of chaos forces and witch covens are still wreaking havoc, threatening to re-infiltrate the secured districts, deal a fatal blow to the heart of the resistance, and the objectives as usual: eliminate all high-value targets marked on the map to complete the mission. Eliminate all marked targets.
The very existence of this filth defiles the Imperium. They may be great in numbers, but if we sever the head, the body will die. Kill their leaders and break their will.
And that we shall do, guys. Honestly, I am not certain which one we should get killed. I go that way, there, and then there, or the other way around. That is what I'm going to do. Well, a medium-sized hunt, but from the level it should actually work out for us to make it. I know the priority, it is not the highest power rating sized map, but for me it was now just acceptable, to be honest. I hope we still find a little bit of items of loot which is useful for us. That is at least my intention right here, and the bolt gun looks so amazing in my opinion. But anyhow, that's not the point. We will first of all take down the little alarm beacon, which should quickly go from hand. Medical supply we by now do not need. I guess after we have killed our target here, we are going to need some refill. There are a couple of world bearers, heroics at hand, and some flamers, so I assume we are going to need some refill after we have engaged them. Good thing is we have a supply pack for our void shield at hand as well. So the last couple of days I actually, which I think is quite cool, I got more comments in the game. I really, for everyone who wrote something, whether it is criticism or, giving tips or anything like that, that is as always much appreciated, guys. Give me the feedback. That is what I need to, I guess, get better in games, or then getting into making better videos. So keep them coming. I really appreciate feedback, which is always, which you always need and is so nice to have. We are facing a Hellbrute there, which is the first target of us, which should actually easily taken down by us. At least I hope that. So let's find that out really soon. So these targets, as you see, the targets are not the hardest at this power rating of 223, which is actually, well, you could argue a little bit beneath us, but you can still see enemies with the champion tag are still so hard to kill. That is absolutely incredible. But we should be able to take down the Hellbrute. Anyhow, I do not see the problem. What I think is actually quite nice that finally, stun mines are in the game as long as I think I play it. Correct me if I'm wrong there. They're in the game to get saved there quite a long time, And finally, actually now, since one of the last content patches, they actually seem to work and or to have a bigger impact. They at certain points are absolutely a game changer. When you are really then being stopped and can't go on, then they are really insane. So first,
He deserved worse, much worse.
well, he's dead. That's good enough for me. So I correct myself there. It was not a stun mine. I guess it was a normal mine. But anyhow, the point is, stun mines are now quite insane. You can try and you failed. So then a champion here, which is actually not really hard to take down. You can kite him pretty damn easily. Pretty damn easy. And that is good, that is good. Not all enemies are bad. So, well, there for example, at the beginning I really thought that the Flamer guys here, the Worldbearer Heroks, are not really, you know, hard targets to take care of. But once you, especially I at sometimes was not as intelligent as I like to be, and I stood in their flames, which as you may know is really bad. So, coming to think about is, these are, I think there are such amazing characters. If you take a look at them, they look so great. That is where I always say Games Workshop is, I think, miniaturized is absolutely top-notch. The finest, one of the finest models out there. You know, I haven't played too many other tabletop games, except for, of course, Warhammer 40k. But still, I think in the market, you know, it is... I don't know how big the market there actually is, but there are quite a couple of other miniature games out there. And I have to say, the Citadel models are absolutely amazing. And that's the point, I think, which Games Workshop, compared to other company, is doing really well, is that they not only produce really good models, which are of course painted absolutely amazing. Every metal there is doing such a great job, but I think what Games Workshop really makes it stand out for me is the fluff, the background, the stories, the history, everything. And that not only with 40k, but you know, the fantasy background back in the time was amazing, and the Age of Sigmar background there is amazing as well. And that is what Games Workshop is doing so well. And I think if you take a look in the rule book or on the codexes, they are so well produced. It is so amazing. That is just what I'm thinking. You know, I'm a little Games Workshop fanboy. You have to say, some things Games Workshop is doing not so well, that you have to say as well. For example, I don't necessarily like the price policy, because the models, as you probably know, are really expensive, and some products of Games Workshop, like, you know, they released the Ultramarines animated movie once, which was, I think, a little bad. I still have the DVD flying around in one of my closets, but you know, were not well produced, or you know, there were quite a lot of Games Workshop games which were not the greatest. I would even go so far that most Games Workshop games were not that good, because Games Workshop was just, you know, giving out the licenses to right and left. But anyhow, still in the Games Workshop, in the Warhammer universe, you know, they are doing so many so many things correctly, and that you can't take from Games Workshop. Anyhow, I don't know why I'm talking about that. That is probably for you not really interesting. I just want to say I love Games Workshop products. Not in general, but many of them products are really amazing, and their hobby is great. And that's actually the point right now. I think Inquisitor Martyr is a good Games Workshop, or a good Warhammer game, and it is fun. So it is so amazing that the full release of the game is actually just around the corner. From the date this episode released, it should be roughly 6 or 7 weeks or 1.5 months until the game is being released with fresh new content and hopefully polished up. Although I have to say I'm there really looking forward. I hope they are really doing that. These games is going to get seasons, and in every season the story progresses, so what the players do in the sectors actually has at least the developers say it has an influence. I really hope that. And there is going to be, in a DLC world, we are actually not only DLC world, but pay-to-win world we are living currently in. I think it is absolutely amazing that the DLCs are being, put out for free, and I think that is an amazing choice of neocore games right now. So, I mean, I guess they're for a, I don't want to say outsider, but for someone who is not into the Warhammer hobby, who doesn't really know the fluff, who did not once play the tabletop game, I guess it's a tiny little bit harder to find the love for this game. But well, you can say it's graphic wise it's not the graphical best looking game out there, but I think it looks really well. And what I always say what I like in this game are the animations. I like the animations, I like the death animations, I like the flame effects, the explosions and the lightning effects, and especially, to be honest, my favorite mission types, to say it like that, are missions where it is dark and you really see the beauty of all them explosions, the flames and all that good jazz. That is really amazing. So I just love the game. It's an amazing game. And honestly, I know there have been guys who played this game way longer than me, with 900 hours in game. At least that is what I've heard. So that is, I'm currently having I think 250 in-game hours, and I still think it is a absolute amazing game. Still, the good point there for me, of course, was that, and this last year I played this game, that there were...
You set a fine example for their kind, Inquisitor.
That there were content patches, and so the game developed and changed, and there were things added to the game. Some minor things were taken off. But I saw the progress, and that was really nice to see how the game developed from 1 year ago to now. Oh god, that's absolutely amazing. So, by the date this episode is actually released, there should be a new core games game on my channel, and that would be The Incredible Stories of Van Helsing. So if you would like, you can tune in. It is a game similar to this game, but I would say a little bit more Diablo, more in the direction of Diablo. I think this game is different from Diablo, a little bit at least. It's different for some bits where I'm not going into right now, but take a look at The Incredible Stories of Van Helsing. Not a bad game, I have to say. It plays differently, but some things, as you may imagine, are what's the English word? The same. That's what I wanted to say. 24 EFCL Signum. No. So guys, and there we actually already are at the end of this episode. I'm sorry for my rambling about Games Workshop. I love them. Anyhow, that brings us already to the end of this episode, guys. And as usual, I really thank you for watching. As I said before, if you have anything to say, if it's positive, is it negative, I don't care. For me, negative feedback is Positive feedback always is amazing, of course, but with negative feedback, you know what you can do better. So if you have anything negative to say it too. For now, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you actually enjoyed it, then give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment, and well, hopefully I will see you tomorrow in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day, stay frosty, bye.